Hello YouTube. So it is it's Monday night, but it is technically Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. It's 12:09 a.m. so a little after midnight. Yeah, I'm off early, and I took it. Now, most of the time when I'm offered VTO, I turn it down. But I figure I had a handful of reasons for taking this, and it was really odd the way it was offered to me as well. This is absolutely the first time that this has happened. So normally, I mean, I get opportunities to take days off through the app. Sometimes I get a push-through notification letting me know, hey, if you want to take this day off or that day off, or there's 3 VTO opportunities available, blah blah blah, and I click it and it takes me to the A to Z app, which is the Amazon HR app, and from there I just sorry, I'm just noticing that my thing is crooked. Hang on. Boop. Didn't help, not better. Anyway, yeah, so I'll notice that, anyway, from then I can go, and I can open the app at any time and look at VTO opportunities as well. I mean, there've been several days, where I wake up and I'm just like, I have not got adequate sleep. or I don't feel good for whatever reason, and I'm just like, VTO and make this day go away. Now, granted, I haven't been doing much lately because for the most part I've been really having my mind on my money and trying to get rid of my debt and just trying to brace myself for supporting my apartment all by myself, without any assistance from, the government assistance is long gone, but without any assistance from Priscilla, just because it just, well, I'm not trying to let this video be about her, but it's as long as she's still in my apartment, she's more on my mind than I want her to be. Anyway, but yeah, so trying to handle that, and of course the issues with the car and the fact that food is more expensive, gas is more expensive, doo-dah. But anyway, now the other way that I get VTO is if I'm actually already at work, and the different various managers would be like, hey, does anybody want VTO? Anybody want to go home? Now, I always find it funny when I get, and I see this happen a lot, and I've noticed it more, actually, since I've been working in 2 departments. As I've stated for a while, I work in, at this point, my main department is still inbound, but I also work on north side outbound, specifically unloading totes, as a forklift driver, unloading totes, which is a very specific kind of thing, but I love doing it. Like, all the things that I do in that warehouse, that is literally my favorite, and I've done a whole video just explaining how it feels like a virtual reality game, and it's an absolute blast, and I was kind of hoping I might do that tonight, kind of hoping I might do that yesterday. Yesterday, I was actually busy in inbound. So I want to give a little more details about what happened yesterday and what happened at work today. But I want to square away my thoughts about what happened with VTO. Anyway, yeah, sometimes they'll offer VTO at the beginning of the shift. Yeah. I've either taken the bus or drove all the way across town to this damn warehouse. Yeah, I'm not leaving when I just got there. Like, if not coming in, if not working today was an opportunity for me, if that was an option for me that y'all wanted me to take, it needed to be in my app before I wasted the time and or gas money of getting my ass there. I'm working, once I'm there, I'm working at least half a shift. Period. But I'm surprised how often, at the beginning of the shift, and as I've been working in 2 departments, and I think I mentioned it a couple of times, I'm seeing parts of the warehouse I'm not used to seeing, because Northside outbound is quite a ways away from the inbound department where I normally work. There are a also known as vendor receipt. And I always check in there first, even though like inbound is my main department. Inbound always has work for me, period. Inbound is a big department. And I'm qualified to do almost every position in that department. About the only notable position that I don't have the training to do is problem solving. And at this point, I've kind of gone down the pit driver road. So as much as I would like to learn at some point how to be a problem solver, just because I like to learn, I like to know how to do more stuff. And at one point they were talking about having me train as ICQA, I think I'm saying that right, which is basically the auditing department, which is kind of like a problem solver. And you know, at one point I was in the training for that, and then somehow I got bumped out of the training for that. Not a big deal. At this point, like, I've become very needed as a forklift driver. That's a very skilled kind of position. Very few people are qualified to do it. Very few people that complete the training actually do well at it. A lot of people just after a little bit of time, they're just like, yeah, this isn't for me, or they just don't pass the test after the training. Those forklifts are not intuitive things. They're really not. When I first started driving, I kind of had my doubts if I would be able to get the hang of it. Now, at this point, and I've stated before, it's for quite a while. When I get on that thing, I mean, I still have my moments, especially when I first start the shift, where I'm just like, I'm turning the wheel the wrong way. It's like I'm doing counterclockwise when I need to go clockwise. And, oh, look at the meters. That's weird. Wow, the meters are all lit up with a solid green and a solid red. I wonder what the hell you're supposed to do when that happens. Wow, ADOT needs to fix that. I sure hope y'all can see that in the video. That was freaking bizarre. Metered on-ramp at 51st Avenue, and all the lights were lit up, the red lights and the green lights, all lit up, all solid, all constant on. That's a sort of traffic signal malfunction I've never seen before. Anyway, yeah, so at some point I'd like to learn that, but at this point, like, yeah, there's not a lot of people that know how to be a forklift driver, and apparently the warehouse has lost a lot of forklift drivers in the last 2 weeks. Now, I do know one guy that I used to work with a lot, and I've mentioned him before. He's the reader, the one who spends like half his shift just standing in his forklift reading books. And miraculously always got away with it. The average forklift driver, if they're not actively doing something with their forklift, it's considered acceptable for them to basically just stand in their work zone inside the forklift and await somebody to come and tell me I've heard the work. So if you want to sit and read a book while you're doing that, that's considered acceptable. It doesn't really jive with my own personal work ethic. Yeah, I can park it and get off and do some real work, even if that's something as menial as sweeping the damn floor. And I still sweep the floor a lot. I like working in an area with clean floors. It is what it is, especially since I do the pallets a lot and moving pallets around with a pallet jack. There's so much crap that comes off the pallets, and when that stuff's on the floor, it jams on the wheels of the pallet jack. Anyway, that guy, he moved. He transferred to another Amazon warehouse in Washington, D.C., and he told me why I was moving there. Yeah, I'm a shitty friend. I forget why. But he did tell me that that's where he was moving, and he did tell me why. And he told me that yeah, he just, that's one cool thing. Like, if you're moving for a reason that has absolutely nothing to do with your career, like, just say, let's hypothetical situation. I'm married. Sorry, just the thought of saying that is just silly to me. But let's say I'm married. Let's say I have a great wife, and that wife has a great career, and she's doing amazing things. And suddenly she gets a chance to move up from being middle management to being like second down from the CEO, but she has to move to where the corporate headquarters are in, say, I don't know, Paris. Just throwing that out there, or whatever, or Seattle, or oh God, how awesome would it be if it was Portland? If I could be near my daughter. Yeah, but I mean, so whatever. So she's got a great job, like her job. She's moving for her job, and her job is something spectacular. Not that my job isn't good. I love my job, but you know, I mean, I'm a warehouse grunt for Amazon. But wherever she's moving, more likely than not, I could just go into my A to Z app and put in for a transfer, and transfer myself over to a warehouse that's somewhat near where the significant other's career is taking her, and we could move together, you know, as a family. Not that that sort of thing is anywhere in my remotely near future, but anyway, and I forget what his deal was, but because I don't think he moved there to work for Amazon. I remember he moved there for something specific. About something, but he, oh man, it's killing me. I can't remember because he told me. But he had a really good reason to move to DC, and he's not having to look for work when he gets to DC. He just got the app and transferred to a warehouse in DC, and I'm sure he's going to come in there and be like, oh, you're a trained pit driver, awesome, and he'll go right to work at that warehouse driving forklift. Now, whether they allow him to stand around and spend half a shift reading books remains to be seen. I'm thinking most likely not. But, you know, whatever. He's got a job. He moves. Apparently somebody got fired. Don't know who it is or why. It's just rumor mill. Probably somebody quit. I know Larry's been taking a lot of time off lately. I have no idea what that's about. Which sucks, because he's definitely one of my favorite drivers to work with. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very much needed over there. Like, even if I was capable of being a problem solver, doing ICQA, like there's not even discussion of me doing anything else. It's like, yeah, you're a pit driver, you're a pit driver, you're a pit driver. Oh, thank God you're here. We need a pit driver. Like, I was 20 minutes late going to work yesterday, and it was like, you know, it wasn't like, oh, you're late, you're gonna have to do something else. You know, it's like, oh God, we need a pit driver. So glad you're here. Anyway, I was trying to explain the VTO thing. So anyway, so as I've been going in, and then I'll start my shift going to outbound just to see, hey, you need me for totes? No, you don't. Okay, see you tomorrow. And then I walk. From there, I'm either walking across the warehouse back to the leadership desk for inbound, or I'm walking to get my forklift from the north side inbound charging area, which is a different charging, quite far removed, different charging area from where north side outbound charging area, which is quite a ways away from where I check in, and really far from where I pick up my forklifts off the chargers when I'm working at inbound. Anyway, so in doing that, either of those walks, I find myself near several different departments where there's large work groups starting, and in a lot of them, and this happens in inbound sometimes, and to be fair, most of the time I just don't participate because this is more for the benefit of new people, and I'm kind of my own thing at this point. I have been for quite a while. But just, hey, these are our goals, and focus on this, and safety, and productivity, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know my job. Thank you. Like, I've got other stuff that I need to be doing during that time period. But it's neat. Like, since I'm moving around the warehouse more at the beginning of my shift, I'm noticing other departments. Some of the departments, I don't even know what the hell the departments are, but I just see these large groups with their leadership, you know. And granted, in each of these groups, there are a lot of new people who've just been hired within the last couple months. Like, we, granted, it ended about 3 weeks ago, but we just went through like another major hiring phase that lasted about 2 months, where twice a week there'd be large classes going on, and I was hearing commercials on the radio of, hey, your Amazon career waits at the warehouses, and you know, like, there's a strong push for hiring. Like, now things have slowed back down again. That stopped, but there's a whole lot of people now in these groups that are from this last hiring binge. They're brand new people.